Hi children, how are you? I am teacher Shiny. This is a continuation of the heat energy transfer. How heat energy travels? There are three ways in which heat energy can travel. They are conduction, convection and radiation. Together they are known as thermal energy transfer. Firstly, we are discussing about conduction. What is conduction? Conduction is the passage of heat energy from one part of a material to another by vibrating particles passing kinetic energy on to neighboring particles. For example, when a metal pan of water is put on a hot plate of a cooker, if we touch on the handle, we feel hot. How? The atoms in the metal close to the hot plate receive heat energy and vibrate more vigorously. They knock against the atoms of a little further into the bottom of the pan and make them vibrate more strongly too. These atoms knock against other atoms a little further up and the kinetic energy is passed on. So the inner surface of the pan, which is next to the water, becomes hot too. Conduction can occur easily in solids, less easily in liquids, but hardly at all in gases because the gas atoms are too far apart. When you heat a metal strip at one end, the heat travels to the other end. As you heat the metal, the particles vibrate. These vibrations make the adjacent particles vibrate, and so on and so on. The vibrations are passed along the metal, and so is the heat. We call this conduction. The next slide we can see how the particles are moved. Here we can see the movement of particles in a solid substances. Look here, from one and then next and so on. In this slide you can see the heat transfer by conduction. In all solids, thermal energy is transferred through the vibration and collision of particles. However, in metals, due to the presence of free electrons, thermal energy is also spread through electron diffusion. Electrons gain kinetic energy and move more rapidly. They collide with atoms in the cooler parts of the metal and pass on their energy in the process. Here we can see some examples of conduction. The conduction from hot soup to a spoon. And the second picture we can see the metal rod being held in a flame. And the third picture we can see conduction from a frying pan to a cooking egg. Children, this is an experiment for you. A metal rod has a drawing pin stuck to it with wax and is heated at one end shown in the picture. What will happen? The pin nearest the heat source, any heat source, candle or Bunsen burner, anything, will fall off first. Then the pin next to it and so on until all the pins have fallen. How? This will happen because the heat is conducted along the rod, and as the rod gets hot it melts the wax holding the pin to the rod and the pin falls. One question. How could this experiment be adapted to compare the conducting properties of different materials? Okay, take rods of different materials but of the same length and same thickness can be set up with the pins. The pins should be at the same distance along each rod and set up with the same amount of wax. The rods should be presented in turn to the candle. The time for each pin to fall should be recorded for each rod. Conduction in liquids and gases. Particles in liquids and gases are spaced farther apart those in solids. Collisions between particles occur less frequently, slow transfer of kinetic energy, and then poor conductors of heat. Conductors and insulators. Any material through which energy can be easily transferred as heat is called a conductor. Most metals are good conductors. Here two examples are the radiators are metals that transfer the heat in the water to the air. Frying pans transfer heat from the stove to the food. These are the examples of heat conductors. What is an insulator? Materials that do not allow heat to pass through them easily are called insulators. Insulators are useful in reducing the loss of heat energy. These are the examples of insulators. The wool fibers trap air, which is a poor conductor. This means that the pullover keeps in your body heat in cold conditions. In this picture, we can see a wood and a metal. If we touch the metal things, we feel cool. Why does metal feel colder than wood if they are both at the same temperature? Because metal is a conductor, wood is an insulator. We know that one. Metal conducts the heat away from your hands. Wood does not conduct the heat away from your hands as well as the metal, so the wood feels warmer than the metal. Children, next class we will continue the lesson, okay?